Good morning. Trend conditions for the S&P 500 majority bullish. We're sitting at 13. You can see it's ticked down to 1. I've also included a 60-minute or 1-hour time frame here as well, with just a little bit different perspective on this current trend. When we take a look at that 1-hour time frame, seeing some retracement, we've got essentially a neutral trend condition here, 7 and 7, as that shorter term trend is consolidating, counter trending. We have Fed information coming out here today as well that will certainly create some additional volatility on the breadth of the market. S&P 500, there is no intraday chart because it is end of day for this, but we're seeing a majority bearish here at 14 and 37 now for the percentage of stocks above their 50-day moving average. That means almost 75% of stocks in the S&P have slid below their 50-day moving average. Just not seeing that here in the price action quite yet of the S&P. So we'll see if we get any additional bearishness here on that price pattern. We're also seeing VIX on the 60-minute, 1-hour time frame also curling back up to majority bullish at 13 and 1. That is the 1-hour time frame, and majority bearish here still, but ticking up, and a green bar moving back into a trending condition here on VIX. So seeing some selling internally, both on the number of stocks below, or excuse me, above the 50-day moving average, and then also on the VIX. So those are bearish internals. We'll see if the S&P pulls through and these end up reversing, or vice versa, if the S&P price ends up retracing back down again. Let's jump over and take a quick look here at some of the other indices. NASDAQ 100. Majority bullish at 14 on the 1-hour as well as on the daily chart. And the Dow Jones Industrial Average majority bearish here on the 1-hour, ticking down. Majority bullish at 10, but also you can see seeing some weakness here on the Dow. It is pulled back to its 236, the momentum zone fib level. This is the Fibonacci snap tool here connecting this, and that has now pulled back. So we'll see if we get some support, or if we're continuing to see some sliding here on the Dow as well. We've got interest rates in play today with the Fed announcement. We're seeing on the short end of the yield curve, SHY, majority bearish on the 1-hour, majority bearish on the daily as well. So again, as bonds are moving lower, that means interest rates are moving higher. So we'll see if bonds continue this downtrend. You can see the fib snap tool is connected to a downtrend and rejecting off of that 236, 382 fib level. Also, that's the short end of the yield curve. Long end of the yield curve, TLT, similar type price pattern. And you've got majority bearish here at 13 and 14 on the daily. And we've got a lot going on today. We'll see if bonds have any kind of movement there as well. Let's jump over to sectors. We're seeing quite a bit of weakness in sectors other than technology and consumer. Technology, majority bullish 13 and 14 on those internal trends, and we're seeing consumer discretionary really a wide fanning as we're getting this expansion in trend. Again, we talk about compression of trend and expansion of trend. Those are really what we're looking for when we start to see this, and then obviously we want to see when these are starting to curl back down. Even on the 60-minute here, that 1-hour time frame, I don't know why I keep calling it 60-minute. it's just an old habit, I guess. But this 1-hour time frame has yet to really curl. It's kind of flattening. Lots of strength happening there in IYC, which is the consumer discretionary ETF. The rest, though, are seeing significant downside. We're seeing majority bearish here on industrials. We're seeing energy majority bearish at 14, both on the 1-hour as well as the daily. So weakness in energy, weakness in industrials, weakness in financials. Majority bearish here at 14 on the 1-hour, and 10 and 14 there, similar to the Dow pattern that we had looked at. This is financials, though. This is IYF. And real estate showing some weakness here in majority bearish at 14 and 11 for the 1-hour and the 60-minute time frame. Weakness there, again, interest rate sensitive, as we've mentioned before, and utilities also. So again, there's 5 or 6 of those of those sectors that are also showing pretty significant sell-off, pretty significant bearishness happening on these. Now, the question is, are we extended, or have we moved deep enough into this retracement to get a bounce at these levels? Okay, on the 60-minute, potentially, but on the daily chart, and probably not quite yet, although that's a pretty sharp sell-off that we've seen. Let's jump over and take a quick look here at commodities and USO, also in that shorter term, the 1 hour time frame, majority bullish now. It's moved back up pretty nicely with this last few days, and ticking back up to majority bullish here now also on the daily chart for USO. So we could see a bounce here in oil as it is stabilizing and looking to potentially move back to the upside. Gold, majority bearish on the 1 hour, majority bullish at 9 and 5 on the daily. Could be finding some support here after a pretty big run. It's just having a little consolidation here in SLV. Also majority bearish on the 1 hour and 1 day. Let's jump over and look at a couple of stock ideas. Also, a couple of things I'll point out here, but select quote is a symbol SLQT, nice confirmation bar, massive volume, and moving that trend. If we shift it over just a little bit to see where that fib level is going to snap into, and that puts us back up a bit above that momentum's location inside of this current trend. And also taking a look at OUST, bouncing here off the bottom, seeing this compressed state and trend, the 60-minute time frame having a good solid bounce here, and a couple of stock ideas for you to consider. One of the things that I want to make note of is in the description, you can get access to our Discord server, and you're going to get access to the market trend analysis chart layout that we have been following. You'll get access to that in TradingView, as well as two of the other setups that we've got. You simply would just click on those links, open these up, and then save those. Pretty simple process, as well as some of the screen indicators that we've got access to. That's one of the things that I mentioned I was going to point out here is what are these filters as far as setting these up to get access to these muscle stock setups and create that scan for yourself inside of TradingView, as well as having some of those other platforms. Again, in the links, just access to the Discord server, free access where you can get access to the indicators, the chart layouts, some methodology and training, as well as some ideas for you to consider. That'll do it for today's update. Everyone have a fantastic day today.